templates. So the first thing we want to do is log in into your Solve 360 account. In this case, we're going to be using Miguel Colon's account as our test subject. Whenever you're starting to work with Mobile ESQ and you're trying to do something new, the best thing to do is always create a new contact. As you create a new contact, you can just name it test and last name testing. And for the sake of this training, go ahead and add a generic email. I'm just going to use one of my many emails that I have around. I want to start this on a clean canvas, so I'm going to delete any activities that may be on this canvas. So the reason why you want to have an activity template is because you can create a series of tasks all in once, and it can make it very, very simple to utilize Solve 360. So let's look at this for instance. If you're calling a new prospect, and this is the first time you calling this person, then one of the things that you're supposed to do is log in that call. So you called and left the message. Then you can place that order. It is always good practice that after you place a call to follow up with an immediate email. So you'll go ahead and set up an email to be sent. Say schedule an email. Right. And this will be to testing at Alan Graves. So it'll automatically populate that information if you have the email information in the account. So this is from, I'm going to say from Miguel Colon at M. And this, we're just going to say greetings. Ideally what you would have is that you will have a template here, or you can just type in the new email. Hi Miguel. I left a call. Please call me back. I guess since Miguel is sent it, we're going to say hi test. You place the order and this is already set to go. And then the last thing you want to do is that you also want to schedule a follow-up, right? So this is a cold call follow-up. So you want to call this guy in a couple days from today to make sure that they'll remember that you called and you left the message. It automatically selects your name, in this case Miguel Colon, to be sent. And since this is a cold call, it just be in white. You always want to keep your activities and keep the event as next action until someone completes it, in this case you. So it'll be open, you can follow up with them. You place the order. Now you can move on to the next record. So this takes 2, 3, 5 minutes to set up every time that you make a phone call and you leave a voicemail. So that'll take about 5 minutes for you to set this up. However, there is a faster way to get this done. And the way you can get this done faster is by creating an activity template, so you can just do one click and have all 3 of these events logged into Solve 360. So the way you do this is that in the activity template, you're going to see that I have already created for Alan 4 different activities. So in this one, for cold call 1, I can just click on Alan. What that does, it will automatically record all the 3 actions. The voicemail that I just left, the email that is going to be sent, and then the follow-up appointment. So within less than a minute, I can go ahead and set up all 3 of these events and move forward to the next prospect. So this gives me way more opportunity to make dial time and call more prospects and be able to follow up with more quicker. Now the problem here is that this is Alan's template, and I'm using this as Miguel Colon, so I have to make several different changes. So the first thing you want to do is, after you have entered that template, you want to go to save the current set of activities as a new template. So this will be named now Miguel dash, and this is still cold call 1. This is our first attempt. So we'll click OK. Now that I have made those changes, now the other problem that we'll see is that if I open this email it still states that this email is from Alan Graves, and the signature still is Alan Graves. So we want to change it to make sure that it has our information in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange activity templates, then I'm going to go into Template Designer. Under Template Designer, what I want to do is open the template I just created, which is Miguel Cold Call 1, and edit the information. So the first thing I want to go is change this to Miguel Colon. Now the reality is that this template and message is already created and is very simple. It's looking for the right person, it's making the decisions and trying to get that time. So the first thing I want to do is change the extension number. Say, hey, you can, Miguel Colon's extension 801, and I want to change this email to mcolon@mobileesq. The other thing I want to change is the signature name. And of course, one more time on the bottom. So now this has been saved. I'm going to open the follow-up to ensure that I can select the proper name, because I don't want Alan to follow up on this. I want myself or Miguel Colon to follow up on this. Everything looks perfect, so I can just go ahead and click on out of here. So this has already been modified, and I can close this window. Now I'm going to delete the previous set of actions, and I'm going to now insert Miguel Colon, Cold Call 1. And this one didn't delete. But here we go. Now I can open any of these, and now this looks perfect. Miguel Colon. Miguel Colon, all that information is correct. So this is the way you want to go ahead and edit the information so you can move forward. Now, as Miguel starts calling around and going to the next person, all he has to do is enter the activity template with his name on it and move to the next record. So the task that you have at hand is that you want to go to each one of these activities and start changing them one step at a time. So let's do the second round. So once again from the beginning, I'm going to delete all the activities so I can have a clear canvas. I'm going to go insert of activities. I'm going to use Alan Call 2. Now I'm going to save this set of activities as a new template. Call 2. I'm going to click OK. Then I'm going to go into Template Designer. I'm going to open Miguel Call 2, and I'm going to change all the pertinent information so it has my information, my contact information, and not Alan's. Of course, in the follow-up notice, I want to make sure that it's Alan, that is Miguel Colon that's following up and not myself. Perfect. Now I can close this window. Now to test it one more time, I'm just going to delete this set of activities. And I can now insert Miguel Colon Cold Call 2. And to test it, I'm just going to open the email. There it is, Miguel Colon, all his pertinent information to be sent today. Excellent. Once you have completed that task, you can go ahead and do every single one of the cold call templates so it can make your life easier. One of the important ones is that if you actually connect with someone, there's a template that it says send me something. Within this template, there'll be the information of send me something and it's already connected. There's an attachment sending the flyer of Mobile ESQ. There's already the first name set up, the conversation. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about Mobile ESQ and allowing us to customize that solution for you. So it's very generic. You can always go ahead and change this around to ensure it has some of the conversations you might have had so it feels more personal. And then you can save it and move forward. And then you can also reschedule the follow-up. Maybe in this one he says, follow up with me tomorrow. So instead of being in 2 days, you can do it in 1 day. Don't send for now. So now it's changed to be following up tomorrow rather than 3 days. So that's it. That's the steps you want to take to make sure that you set up your own set of activity templates to make your life easier and being able to reach more contacts. Should you have any questions, please give me a call. Thank you.